All right, everybody. So Justin and I have been talking about wanting to do more videos than just the traditional we go into a video game or a comic book store and film. So and we haven't been able to do New Comic Wednesday because it's very tough for us to meet up with Justin on a Wednesday or Thursday to talk about new books. So I'm taking it upon myself to come up with my most anticipated comics of February 2020. I feel like that's a good... I didn't want to do it weekly, and I didn't want to do it like quarterly, like spring comics I'm looking forward to. So I decided to just do it monthly. February is going to be a bit harder to gauge because of all these Gwen Stacy variants. So series that I don't normally care about are going to make this list because they're getting a Gwen Stacy variant. But without further ado, let's look into this. Also, I'm doing this in PowerPoint, and I tried to add some edits to it. I just figured this would be the most appealing, visually stimulating way of presenting a list like this. If you guys don't like this, or it's too much going on, you can make a comment, but I just figured this was the least boring way to present this. So I'm going to start with an honorable mention, Immortal Hulk number 31, the Gwen Stacy variant. And as you can see, if I'm talking about a variant, I'm going to have the artist's name, and we're also going to have the release date. So for this one, it's February 12th, 2020.
I really love that.
Oh yeah, Jessica's here. Again, I actually had Immortal Hulk on my pull list, dropped it recently because I jumped in late. I came in at like 25, and I said, I don't know, 23. I came in at 23 and said, I don't really want to start reading at 23. I just want to get a collection of this, and then I'll just Frankenstein it together. I'll find 1 through 22. And that quickly was like, when am I going to have the time to get 1 through 22? So I cut this at like 28 or 29. Yeah, at 29. I think I don't have issue 30. I'm probably going to get 31, at least the Gwen Stacy variant. And maybe I should have put Thor on here as an honorable mention because I picked up Thor 1 and 2. But I don't really want to add them to my pull list, so we'll just see. Here is the Martian Manhunter number 12, the Joshua Middleton variant. It will be coming out February 5th, 2020. I'm a big Joshua Middleton fan. I think he draws the best Batgirl in the business. His Martian Manhunters have been really good, and his Aquamans are really good. So I picked up my first Martian Manhunter Middleton variant last month with number 11. Because at the Dalton Con, which isn't out yet, but it will be coming out, I met one of the vendors. He liked Joshua Middleton. He said, man, have you seen what he's doing on Martian Manhunter? I said, no, I didn't even know he was doing Martian Manhunter. And he showed me, because Middleton did like maybe 1 through 4 or something like that. I don't know. There was some kind of time gap. Anyway, his Martian Manhunter is really good. His Aquaman is really good. And his Batgirl is really good. So I get all the Middletons. Because Middleton just did Basket Full of Heads number 1, right?
Yes, he did.
Yep.
Good.
So it's next, Teen Titans. Why is Teen Titans all the way down here at number 9? That is mostly because this cover really wasn't doing it for me. But to be fair, I think that this is going to be an issue that I appreciate the closer I get up to that. So I am actually only on like issue 35 of reading. I own all the way up to 38. But I've only read maybe all the way up through 35. So if I was caught up, this cover would probably be more impactful and this would be higher up on my list. But as it stands, I still have to read something like 36, 37, 38, something like that. Either way, I'm enjoying the run again. They've had Lobo in it, and it's been a pretty good run so far. Number 8, Revenge of the Cosmic Ghost Rider. Now, Cosmic Ghost Rider is probably one of my favorite new characters that's been made. Yes, he's a rehash of Ghost Rider, but with a cool spin. But I have Revenge of the Cosmic Ghost Rider 1 and 2. I haven't started reading them yet because Marvel did a Cosmic Ghost Rider Destroys the Marvel Universe or Marvel History or something like that. And I have 1 through 4 and number 6. I'm missing number 5. I can read it online. I'm just debating on whether I should read Revenge of the Cosmic Ghost Rider before I read that or how I want to handle that. That's the only reason this is down all the way here at number 8, because Cosmic Ghost Rider was one of my favorite series in a long time. and I'm sure this is going to be just as good. All right, number 7, Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, the Black Ranger variant. If you ask me, anytime they're putting these foil Power Rangers on the variants, they are the best variants in the game right now. I know I was just talking a big game from Middleton, and I know everyone has their favorite artist, whether it's Art Germ or Scotty Young or J. Scott Campbell, whoever you have. But these Power Ranger variants, even the ones they're doing with TMNT, which you guys saw at the sneak peek, they are amazing.
They really are.
I think they're the best variants in the game right now. Number 6, SpiderMan. So this was a book I fully expected to be maybe number 1 after reading issues 1 and 2. Issue 3 was really weird for me. It's J.J. Abrams, and you can tell that midway through this book is saying, like, I really want to do some weird stuff. I really want to get trippy. I just want to go off the rails and lose my mind. Yeah, Jessica's only read issue 1, right? So I'm trying not to give any spoilers, but by the end of it, I'm like, I'm worried this book is going to collapse under its own momentum. I think they're just going to take it in such a weird place that it's going to be polarizing. There's going to be people that think that was the baddiest thing I've read, and there's going to be people that are like, wow, that story went off the rails. So I'm very interested to see where it goes, but the ending had me thinking, what is going on here? So we'll see. If issue 4 is good, then issue 5, the finale, may be March's number 1. If 4 is good, we'll see. Alright, so the next Gwen variant, for another series that I really don't read too often. I can't say I've really read any of the new Avengers stuff. So, Avengers 31, it's a J. Scott Campbell cover, but what really does this one for me is the superheroes kind of parading in the background. This is just such a festive looking cover. Yeah, it's great. X-Men 1 had like a party variant where they were busting out of a... I don't remember what they were doing, but it had a couple of the X-Men characters on it. There was like this birthday cake. They were celebrating X-Men 1 coming, and that kind of is what this reminds me of. Is like a giant parade. We see Iron Man, Captain America. I don't know if he's going by Goliath in this picture or what, but yeah, I don't really read this Avengers team, but that of course is the original Avengers lineup, I think. Could be mistaken, but I think that's the OG lineup. I don't know what lineup they're going with now in the comics, but it's a cool cover nonetheless. All right, number 4, Gwen Stacy, number 1.
It's definitely one of my top favorites.
Specifically the Lee variant. Okay, the cover A is cool, but they made her look like kind of a dweeb. You know, I'm not gonna lie. This cover, I think it's just really good.
It is. No, I agree.
Sorry, we had a funny interruption, but yeah, this Lee variant I just think is really good. I assume they're, you know, looking out at Spider-Man, because the backstory is this takes place before, I think it's Spider-Man 31. Is that first Gwen? 31,
I don't
33.
remember which one is first Gwen, but this is like her origin.
Yeah, Gwen's in that early 30, issue 30 range, and this is going to take place before she's introduced into Spider-Man.
Yes.
So I kind of think it's going to be a fun read. Like, I'm probably going to try to get us a cover A, or we can read it online, but
yeah,
this is definitely a variant that we've talked about, and I kind of really want it in a 9.8 condition,
yeah.
So I just think it's really good.
It is.
All right, these turtle variants are no different, man. I wasn't a huge Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles kid growing up. I was a huge Power Rangers kid growing up, but this is a match made in heaven. I mean, these variants are just so darn good. They have the same foil as the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. I mean, this sucker comes out Wednesday. I'm like, man, can it be Wednesday already?
I know.
Like, this cover is just awesome. It's seriously, if you don't have any of these Power Ranger or the TMNT foils, you are missing out. I don't care if you're not a fan, like, of the characters. Like, this art is just so good. Maybe it's the foil. I don't know, but they're amazing. Number 2 is Ghost Rider. I've read Ghost Rider, I think 1 through 4, maybe just 1 through 3, but I think I've read 4. I'm almost confident I read 4, yeah, because it ended kind of with a bang. If you don't know, it takes Johnny Blaze from Volume 1, and it takes I think it's pronounced Danny Ketch. I know that sounds weird coming from me, but I feel like I heard someone else pronounce it differently, and I was like, whoa, what are you talking about? But it takes, you know, the Ghost Rider from Volume 1 and the Ghost Rider from Volume 2 and kind of brings them back together and is dealing with the fallout of being the Ghost Rider, you know? And Johnny Blaze has kind of lost his mind, so Danny is having to stop him, kind of. But it's like all the demons have busted loose. So Johnny, it's like, I'm gonna go round up all these demons, and Danny's like, I don't drink enough for this. Like, this is crazy. It's been really good, and it ended kind of, you know, in comic book style. The last panel is kind of a new character, we'll say, and then this new teaser cover has the Punisher and the Wolverine on it. I'm like, what's going on here? Because, you know, Wolverine's coming back. Dang, Wolverine didn't even make the list.
Yeah.
But there weren't so many Gwen variants.
I almost didn't even see him cover.
Yeah, no, he's hiding there. But yeah,
Is
like,
he in it?
I don't know, but they're returning Wolverine this month,
Crazy.
right? So by this time, February 26th, I think the Wolverine book will be out. I don't know anything about it, but I'm sure Justin does. And my number 1, it's really funny going from Ghost Rider, talking about all these demons busting loose, right?
Know.
To excuse me? What is this? This is just the most wholesome art I have ever seen on a comic book. I just think it's wholesome.
Yeah, it is.
It's symbiote
It's sweet.
Spider-Man, alien reality, whatever. Like, Marvel, that is the weirdest name. I don't read the series. Maybe the name makes perfect sense, but I am getting this book. This is just, I don't know words to describe this. Like, it's just peaceful.
It is.
It's
sweet.
It's wholesome, it's sweet, it's peaceful. It's honestly just, it's so innocent looking.
Yeah.
I don't know what else to say, which again, it's funny coming from Ghost Rider to this, but
Yeah.
I think this is probably maybe the best cover coming out. And that's so tough. We have 2 foil Rangers. We have the Gwen Stacy Lee variant that looks amazing. And we have this guy, and the art's nothing like, the art doesn't blow you away or anything. Like, it's really good, but I mean, you saw the art that was on this list. I mean, this list is packing some heat in the variant department, but to me, this is just, it's just something else, man. It's not overly violent,
No.
and it's not overly dark, and it's not overly explicit. I don't know what I'm trying to say, you know what I mean? It's not trying to take advantage of any one you know, selling point.
Yeah.
It's just a nice wholesome cover, and I hope it does very well, because this cover is just really good.
It is. I honestly think they should have put it on a different Spider-Man. Oh.
Me too.
I feel like it would have made more sense on Amazing Spider-Man.
Yeah, if this was ASM, no, I don't want to say Amazing Spider-Man, but
Or
if this
even-
was, yeah, is it the new run's Amazing Spider-Man,
Yeah.
isn't it? Yeah, if this was that, yeah, if this was like ASM 39 or 40, it makes sense, but whatever, it is what it is.
I know the Gwen Stacy comics are taking place before she met him, but even one of those would have.
Yeah, but either way, that's my list. In hindsight, I don't know, maybe Thor should have made this list. I haven't got to read them, though. I have Thor 1 and 2, but I haven't got to read them. Wolverine's coming back this month. Crazy. So let me know what you guys are looking forward to this month. It's actually a pretty cool month,
Yeah.
I think. I wanted to include an indie title on here, but right now I'm just not really reading any indie stuff. I know there's some popular stuff like Philadelphia, Once in a Future, What's Killing the Children,
Oh yeah.
but I haven't read any of them,
I know.
so I can't really put them on the list.
True.
But there's just some really good stuff out there. But that's gonna do it for my list of books that I'm looking forward in February. It's gonna be a great month.
Yeah.
almost too great. Like there's almost too many books coming out. I'm like, stop it.
I know.
The X-Men book also looked good. The Nightcrawler Gwen Stacy variant. A lot of these Gwen Stacy variants looked really good. The one where he was like blowing like a kiss to her or something like that. It had like the purple haze behind him.
I don't even remember. Y'all just have to tell me.
The Black Cat was good. The Thor was good.
The Black Cat. I really liked the Black Cat one.
Yeah. Golly. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. Let us know what books you're looking forward to in February, and yeah, we'll have a discussion.